The date was October 9, 2013. In the quiet town of Conway, New Hampshire, it was just another autumn day. 14-year-old freshman Abigail Hernandez left Kennett High School, walking home as she had done countless times before. But this time she never made it home. No witnesses, no clues. All that remained was a single question: what happened to Abigail Hernandez? No one knew why. No one saw where she went. For 9 months, a terrible secret was hidden, and the answer was darker than anyone could have ever imagined. Now we uncover that dark truth. Every crime has a story. Some are solved, some vanish forever. But what is the truth? Welcome to Crimelapse, where we chase the facts. Now let's shed light on what's been lost in the dark. Abigail Hernandez, known as Abby, was a freshman at Kennett High School. Just 3 days away from her 15th birthday, she was eagerly anticipating the celebration. Around 2:30 p.m. she left school. She usually took the bus but decided to walk home that day, a decision that changed everything. After walking for a while, her new boots started to hurt her feet. As she continued home, a vehicle approached and offered assistance. Inside was 34-year-old Nathaniel Kibby. He convinced her to get in. Maybe she thought she recognized him or responded out of politeness. But in that moment, her life was changed forever. Abby's mother, Xenia, was at home, unaware of what had happened. As the hours passed and Abigail didn't arrive, concern turned into dread. Repeated calls to her daughter went unanswered. By 7 p.m., Xenia knew something was wrong. She called the police, and that moment marked the beginning of Conway's greatest nightmare. Nathaniel Kibby was a man with a history of run-ins with the law. Known for his aggressive behavior and disdain for authorities, he had a record that included gun violations, fraud, and violent threats. 30 miles away in Gorham, Kibby lived a reclusive life, or so it seemed. At 34, he was a loner with a dark past. As a child in Conway, he was the odd one, obsessed with trench coats and vampire lore. As an adult, he faced multiple charges, including assault, theft, and drug possession. He worked at a machine shop, kept to himself, but had a volatile temper. Kibby's home was a trailer with a red storage container in the backyard, marked "No Trespassing." No one thought much of it until October 9, 2013. Driving his pickup, he spotted Abby walking home and offered her a ride. She accepted, thinking it was a kind gesture. It wasn't. Within minutes, she was his prisoner. Abigail climbed into Kibby's truck and everything changed. He pulled a gun, handcuffed her, covered her head with a jacket, and shocked her with a stun gun when she resisted. He drove her to his trailer and locked her inside the red storage container, a soundproof cage. To ensure she wouldn't escape, Kibby systematically instilled fear. He threatened violence, withheld food, and used physical punishments to force compliance. For 9 months, Abby endured unimaginable horror. Kibby assaulted her daily, used a shock collar to silence her screams, and demanded she call him master. He covered her eyes or head before attacks. But Abby was smart. She knew she had to survive. She prayed silently, spoke calmly, and tried to gain his trust.
Abby, I have to say, Abby, I come home and when I feel so badly, then Sarah and I think about you all the time, and we want you back with us, please, and we love you, we miss you.
She saw a TV clip of her mother pleading for her return and broke down. Kibby allowed her to write home but discovered hidden messages in her first draft. He punished her and made her rewrite it before sending it. Later, he brought her inside his trailer to help him print counterfeit money, his side scheme. Abigail's only goal was survival. She played along, building trust. She learned his name from a cookbook. It was a slow, desperate game of survival, and it worked. Kibby's mind was a battlefield. He craved control but feared being caught. To him, Abigail was more than a captive. She was an object of control. As time passed, his paranoia grew. He believed the police were closing in. Then he made a shocking decision. July 2014 rolls around, and Kibby's counterfeit scheme starts unraveling. He gives fake $50 bills to a woman he met online, Lauren Monday, to pay for a hotel. She uses one at Walmart and it's flagged. She calls Kibby, furious. "They're coming for you," she warns. Panic sets in. Kibby knows the cops are closing in, not for Abby but for the money. He can't risk them finding her. He turns to Abby, makes her swear she won't snitch. They rehearse a fake story, a false description of her captor. On July 20th, 2014, he drives her back to Conway, drops her off a mile from home. Abby walks the rest, heart pounding. She opens her front door, calls out to Xenia. "I couldn't believe it," Xenia later says. Abby's thin, pale, her eyes hollow, but she's alive. She laughs, overwhelmed. "I'm free," she thinks. "I never thought it'd happen." For a week, Abby sticks to Kibby's cover story, his threats echoing in her head. He'll hurt her family if she talks. But her courage wins out. She tells police everything, his name, his trailer, the container. On July 28th, they storm Kibby's property. He's arrested without a fight, charged with felony kidnapping. Abby's nightmare is over, but the fight's not done. July 29, 2014, Conway District Court. Abby sits in the front row, staring down Kibby as he's arraigned. Calm but steely, facing her monster. The investigation digs deeper. Inside Kibby's trailer, they find the container, tools, a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, evidence of her hell. By December, a grand jury indicts him on 205 counts. Kibby's trial looms for March 2016, but he cracks. On May 26, 2016, he pleads guilty to 7 felony counts. Abby stands in court, speaking directly to him. "I appreciate my freedom because of you," she says. "Some call you a monster, but I see you as human. I forgive you." It's raw, powerful. The judge sentences Kibby to 45 to 90 years. Justice finally. Abigail Hernandez was just 14 when her world shattered, but she never gave up. Today, her story reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there is light. As for Nathaniel Kibby, he's nothing but a ghost of the past locked away. The truth always rises to the surface, but sometimes when you least expect it. If this story made you think, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. See you in the next case. Stay safe.